Listen carefully. If you feel lost right now, this is not accidental. If you feel empty, even when life looks full, this is not weakness. If you wake up tired, not from work, but from existing, this is not failure. This is the call, a quiet one, but powerful. The same call every warrior hears. Before his life changes forever, there comes a moment when you stop trusting your own direction. When the past feels heavy, the future feels distant, and the present feels meaningless. You begin to scroll more, sleep less, think too much. You laugh in public, but fight silent wars at night. You don't tell anyone, because you don't even understand it yourself. You don't know what's wrong. You just know something is missing. Long ago, before noise, before chaos, before distraction disguised as connection, there lived a young samurai, respected by others, feared by enemies, but unknown to himself. From a distance, he looked strong, but inside, he was drowning. He trained harder than everyone else, yet every night, his thoughts fought him harder than any enemy. He learned how to cut flesh, but never learned how to silence fear. He could face death, but not doubt. One cold night, the dojo stood silent. Only one candle burned, and one warrior remained. He dropped his sword, not from weakness, but from exhaustion. He stared at the flame and whispered, "I've done everything right, so why do I feel wrong?" That night, he walked into the mountains. No armor, no weapon, just questions, just pain, and just enough hope to keep moving forward. By dawn, he reached an old hut built into stone. Inside lived a man who spoke little and saw everything. The samurai bowed, and for the first time, he didn't ask for strength. He asked for truth. The old man stood, walked to the corner, and returned with a single candle. No advice, no lecture, no story. He placed it in the samurai's hands and said, "Walk." No direction, no explanation, just darkness. The warrior stepped into the forest. Wind attacked the flame. Cold entered his bones. Fear entered his thoughts. The forest made no promises. It offered no comfort, only shadows and soundless judgment. His hands burned. Wax spilled on skin. Trees blocked his vision. Fear blocked his breath. He shouted, "Where am I going?" No answer. Just echo. Just silence. Just his own voice, returning back in pieces. When dawn arrived, so did exhaustion. The samurai returned, broken, angry, confused. He placed the candle down hard. "How is this wisdom? I nearly froze. I nearly failed." The master looked at the tiny flame, still alive, still standing, and asked gently, "Did the flame demand sunlight? Did it wait for the forest to become fair? Did it ask for permission to burn?" "No," the samurai whispered. Then the master spoke. "This is what you forgot. You want certainty before action. But life does not reward hesitation. Clarity is not a gift. It is earned. You're waiting too, aren't you? For motivation, for signs, for direction. You call it patience, but it is fear. Hidden behind logic, the master leaned closer. A warrior walks, even when the path is unclear. He does not chase purpose. He becomes the man purpose follows. The samurai collapsed. "I'm afraid," he whispered. The old man placed a hand on his chest. "Good," he said. "Now you've met yourself." In silence, he finally understood. He wasn't lost. He was waiting for life to make sense. Before living it, the candle never knew where it was going, but it moved anyway. And because of movement, it survived. If you are lost today, don't demand answers. Move, because motion creates meaning. The old master sat beside the fire and stirred it with a stick. The flames danced, but did not escape their shape. He spoke softly, "The fire is free, yet disciplined. So must you become." The samurai listened, not with ears, but with wounds. The master continued, "You think you are weak, but you are only undisciplined inside. You let your thoughts lead your life. But thoughts are wild horses, and you never learn to ride them. You train your body, but starve your mind. You sharpen your blade, but dull your spirit." The samurai lowered his head. Everything felt exposed. True, the master gestured to the mountains. "Look at them. They don't hurry. They don't panic. They don't compare. Yet they stand unshaken. Stillness is not doing nothing. Stillness is refusing to move in the wrong direction." The samurai frowned. "How do I control my mind?" The master smiled. "You don't. You build a mind that no longer needs control." He picked up a rock, held it high, and dropped it into a bowl of water. The water shattered in circles, but soon the surface returned to calm. Your mind must become deeper than disturbance. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears them. You are not the storm. You are the sky. The samurai went quiet. He had never heard this, not from words, but from inside. The old man continued, "You chase happiness, like a thief chasing shadows. Stillness gives happiness. Discipline keeps it. You want peace? Stop arguing with reality. You want power? Control reactions. You want freedom? Detach from expectation." The samurai whispered, "But if I let go, what will I have left?" The master looked at him deeply. "Everything real." They sat silently. Fire cracked. Wind whispered secrets in pine leaves. Then the old man stood, slow and firm. "Tomorrow, you will rise before the sun. You will walk the same path, this time without candle." The samurai's breath slowed. Fear returned. The master spoke, "If you need light, you will never find confidence. Walk as if you are the light." That night, the samurai did not sleep. His thoughts screamed, but he didn't fight them. He watched. For the first time, he did not obey his fear. He observed it. When dawn came, he walked. No flame, no guide, no comfort. Yet something strange happened. He did not feel weaker. He felt clearer. He realized silence was no longer empty. It was full. For the first time, he did not chase certainty. He became calm. Without it, the mountain did not move, but he did. And in movement, he felt purpose rush in. Not loudly, not suddenly, but steadily. The forest was the same, but he was not. The lesson was carving itself inside. Lost is not a place. Lost is a state of mind. He returned, not as a seeker, but as a student of himself. The master knew before he spoke. The samurai had changed. "You walked without flame," the old man said. "What did you learn?" The samurai answered softly, "I was never in darkness. I only refused to trust myself in it." The master smiled. "And you are no longer lost." He placed his hand on the warrior's shoulder. "You are becoming dangerous to your own limits." And that was the most important battle the samurai would ever begin. The mountain did not clap. The forest did not celebrate. No one announced his transformation. But inside the samurai, something ancient awakened. He no longer asked, "Who am I?" Instead, he asked, "What must I become today?" The old master woke early each morning. So did the warrior. Not because discipline demanded it, but because stillness invited it. They trained not just body, but perception. They sat in silence. They observed pain without drama. They trained emotion like muscle. The master spoke. "You don't rise to confidence. You sink into it by removing what doesn't belong." Peace is not found. It is unburied. Your fear is not your enemy. It is the doorway. The samurai finally understood. He wasn't weak. He was untrained internally. Each morning, he walked into discomfort, not to punish himself, to strengthen himself. Each day, he made a choice, not for happiness, for integrity. Slowly, his identity shifted. He was no longer desperate, no longer hungry for approval, no longer distracted by nonsense. He needed less. He felt more. His battles stopped being loud. They became precise. The world did not change, but he ruled the world inside. And that changed everything. The master sat him down on his final day. "You will leave now," he said. "There is nothing more for you here." The samurai bowed deeply. "I came looking for answers. I leave with responsibility." The old man nodded. "Good. Answers rot. Responsibility builds." Then he delivered the final truth. Do not wait for purpose. Move with patience. Live with restraint. Fight with clarity. And your purpose will chase you. The samurai walked away. Not with noise, but with gravity. Years passed. Men spoke of a warrior who was unshakable, not because nothing touched him, but because nothing controlled him. He wasn't the strongest, but he was the hardest to defeat, not by blade, but by being. Now, the story is no longer about him. It is about you. You watching this at night, in silence, in confusion, in hunger for something real. You don't need to escape your life. You need to enter it fully. You don't need to find yourself. You need to build yourself. You don't need more motivation. You need fewer excuses. You don't need a new personality. You need a new discipline. Still lost? Good. That means you're ready. Ready to stop begging. Ready to stop drifting. Ready to stop numbing. Ready to walk while still uncertain. Because this is the samurai principle. You do not wait until you feel strong. You move and strength arrives. You do not wait for clarity. You walk and clarity reveals itself in fragments as reward, not as permission. So tomorrow morning, do one hard thing, one silent thing, one honest thing. No one needs to see it, but you will feel it. And slowly, you will no longer ask, "Where am I going?" You will say, "I am becoming." Let the world remain loud. Let others chase shiny distractions. You walk steady. Walk unseen. Walk forward. Light your own flame, even when your hands burn. And one day, you will not remember when you were lost, only that you kept walking. Lost is temporary. The warrior you're becoming is permanent.